Good morning, my students, and welcome to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. Now, today we're going to continue with the letters. Remember, it's very important that you continue practicing, reviewing, and remembering those letters, because when you go to Kinder 3 or pre-primary, you are going to start reading, van a empezar a leer, and you are going not to read, no van a poder leer if you don't know the letters. So that's why it's very, very important. Es muy importante que sigan trabajando en su repaso, okay? Very good. Now, today, remember the last letter we saw was the capital K. Now, what are the two objects that begin with the letter K? Do you remember those objects? Those were two. One of those was the key. Now remember, the key is a very, very small object that we use to open doors, okay? We use it to open a door. Now, the second object was a kite. Now, kite, remember, that is a toy that we use it on the air so it can levitate, so it can float, para que pueda volar, levitar, okay? That's a kite and has the shape and form of a rhombus. Very good. Now, those were objects that begin with the capital K. Today, we're going to continue with the same letter, but in this occasion, in small form, okay? So, here we have small k. Now, what objects can we find with small k? Only one, okay? Here we have the king. Now remember, a king, un rey, is a person that rules a country or rules a certain area, okay? Un rey es el que gobierna, okay, un país, o el que gobierna un pueblo, okay? Is the person that gives the instructions of what to do, da instrucciones de lo que se tiene que hacer, okay? Gives money to all of the people, da dinero a todas las personas, okay? It's a very important person, okay? Now that is the king. And most of the kings wear long beards, okay? Usan barbas color white, muy largas. And another characteristic that is very important about the kings is the crown. Es la corona que ellos usan, okay? A golden crown. Because if a king doesn't have a crown, it's not a king, okay? So that's a symbol that that person has that statue, okay? Tiene ese cargo cuando ellos usan su corona, okay? Now, very good. For this, remember, this activity appears on your textbook. You have to trace small k, and once you have finished, you can paint your king. Remember, the face of the king can be with color pink, the beard and the hair with color white, and the crown with color yellow, okay? Very good. Now, once you have finished painting the king using a small k, let's continue with the new letter, okay? Now, something that is very important, before we commence with a new letter, remember we have to go back at the beginning and start with the first letter. So we're going to have a review until we reach the new letter. Hasta llegar a la nueva letra, que les diré de cómo se llama, okay? So, let's commence with the review. For this, I am going to start and then you are going to repeat it. Remember, very, very loud, bien fuerte. Capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, capital E, capital F, capital G, capital H, capital I, capital J, capital K, and the new letter, ready? Capital L. Capital L for Lily, capital L for Lupita, capital L for Lemon, capital L for lake, okay? And teacher, what is a lake? A lake, it's a place, un lugar that is full of water, que está rodeado y lleno de agua, okay? Sometimes we can go and get in the water and we can swim or we can have fun with the water. Podemos divertirnos o nadar en el agua, okay? In this type of lakes. Very good. So that is basically a lake, a place that is full of water. And very important, in a water, sometimes we can find animals. A veces podemos encontrar animales, like a dog. Do you remember that dog? Okay? Now dogs which are color yellow, we can sometimes find them on the lakes, okay? Very good. Now, don't forget that it's very important to remember the object with the letter, okay? So, for this, please repeat after me. Capital L. Lake. One more time, once again, louder, with energy, con ganas. Capital L. Lake. Okay, very good. And what is a lake? It's a place that is full of water, okay? Lleno de agua. Very good, my children. So, again, this activity is part of your teddy book. You have to trace, remarcar all of the capital L's, and once you have finished tracing the letters, don't forget to paint the object, which in this case is the lake. Very good. So that's it for today, my children. Don't forget that it's very important that you continue practicing and remembering all of the letters, including both forms, capital and small letters. And also very important that you practice all the vocabulary, all of the words that we have seen so far. Very good. So, take care, my children. Don't forget that the teacher Jacob loves you very much. Have an excellent day. Goodbye.